Oh, hi, Therri.
Yes, hi Therri, you found us.
Tony, I have been looking everywhere for you. I was worried. Hi Larry, good to see you again. I hate to be rude, Larry, but would you mind if I spoke with Tony alone for a bit? I need to talk to him urgently.
Sure, Therri. We were just about through anyway. You guys talk. I'll go find Sienna.
Thanks Larry, tell Sienna hello from me, okay? Tony, I was just talking to Jax about the situation. We need to start handling some of the problems immediately. If you are not ready or able to do it, let me help. I am good at organizing the troops.
Therri, that would be incredible. Why didn't I think of that? Yes, Therri, yes please. Do whatever you think we need to do.
Excellent, I will start right away. First we need to take care of your guests. You have access to one or more private planes, right?
Of course. Nigel handles all that.
I think Nigel will be otherwise occupied. The police are looking at him as the prime suspect.
That is preposterous. He has been with me for years and never caused any problems. Why would he do so emptying like this now?
Tony, it is none of my business really, but you do know that he has a big crush on you.
I know it. I tease him sometimes, but he has never been out of line. I do like him, maybe even a little more than just a personal assistant.
Ugh, Tony, that is the stereotypical boss and secretary story. Really? Tony? He is nice, but do not play where you work. It is not good for either of you.
Yes, Mother Teresa. Let's get back to the problem at hand and leave my love life alone for the moment.
Very well, first we need to make sure Lei Ying and her father's body are escorted back to Shanghai with as little fuss as possible. Next we need to talk to Katya to arrange for Mr. Petrovich's body to be returned to his family in Moscow. Then we need to make sure Mrs. Trenton and her husband's body gets on their jet and back to wherever in the middle of America they are from. What a vain and vapid woman she is. She is a very rich woman now, I suppose.
Indeed.
I will take care of all the arrangements for Mrs. Graham. You should give her their farmhouse and a generous pension for the rest of her life. I will talk to your lawyers if you would like.
Yes please, she is such a good woman. She and Alistair made life easy for me here. How could anyone hurt them so?
What are you going to do now, Li Jing?
Well, first thing is to go back home with my father. It is my responsibility to prepare him for his funeral. After that I do not really know.
I know it's really too early and this is very rude of me, but will you inherit his company?
Actually yes, it is all arranged, but I never thought I would have to do this so early in my career.
Li Jing, the reason I am asking is because Katya and I were discussing the possibility of forming our own investment company. A company run by and for women and those who support the rights and equality of women.
I am listening. That could be interesting.
What got us thinking about that is we are here to listen to a rich white man make a sales pitch to other rich and powerful men for some kind of project that will make them all richer. The women that are here are all in some kind of supporting role. I was invited out of a courtesy to my late father, General Kumalo. I have no illusions they seriously would have considered me as an equal partner. They do not take Africa or Africans seriously. They will plunder our natural resources, but rarely give us a seat at the table of power.
Of course you know Asia and especially China have the same problem. Legally women are equal, but the reality is far from that. There are still gender cullings in China because the culture places more value on boys than girls. My own father loved me dearly, but would in his heart of hearts wanted me to be a boy.
Think about it, Li Jing. If we combined our inherited fortunes, we would be a formidable presence at any power table. We would represent Asia, Africa, Europe, and possibly we could persuade an American or two to join us.
Have you approached Mrs. Beecham? I believe she's also very wealthy. If not a billionaire, she is very close to being one. She has her own company. She is very organized and she is very well connected in the European aristocratic circles.
We have not approached her yet. We definitely would like to. In fact, we think she would make a great spokeswoman for us. We also thought about the actress Sienna Morgan. She is smart, politically active, and celebrity is its own kind of power.
This may seem silly to even say out loud, but have you considered Tiffany Trenton? She is a recent widow and definitely now a multi-billionaire. She is young, silly, vain and shallow, but obviously smart enough to catch a rich old man like Teddy Trenton. Maybe with other women to mentor her she can become a smart and enabled powerful woman too.
I love your thinking and your optimism. I think we should put her on the list too.
Okay, what do you think about Mimi, the escort Mr. Alamadi brought with him? Do not prejudge her by her profession. She may be a bit of a bad girl, but did you see her? She is smart, manipulative, flirtatious, and had every man here eating out of her hand. That is another kind of power. Harnessed in the right way that could be very useful. We would not use her as an escort, but her powers of persuasion over men is unquestionably good.
I'm not sure I'd trust her. She seems a bit of a lone wolf. In a man we would say he has charisma.
Amal, I am in. I think it's a great idea. Let's see what we can do with it.
From the rubble and the ruin of man's jealousy and greed, sprouts the seeds of new birth. From the women who these destructive men ignored, comes a new form, a new alliance, a new cooperative venture. In the men's quest for domination and power they lost all they thought had value. Watch the women make a new world. Will they do it better? Or will they only do it differently? To be continued.